How's it going, guys? My name's Shane, and welcome back to the Horror Basement. First off, the last video I put out, The Hills Have Eyes Part 2, has performed a lot better than normal, and I've also got a few new subscribers in the last month or so. So if you're new to the channel, welcome. We're doing an installment in the classic horror review series, where for the entire life of my channel, I've been working my way through a 50-movie box set of quote-unquote classic horror movies, ranging from as early as the 20s through the 1960s. Today we're talking about The Indestructible Man from 1956, starring Lon Chaney Jr. This movie follows Butcher Benton, a convicted murderer and bank robber who is sentenced to death and executed in the beginning of the film. Now, of course, as happens in all movies of this type, the body of the convicted murderer is taken by a local scientist who manages to revive Butcher with a jolt of 287,000 volts, which not only manages to revive him, but give him super strength and impenetrable skin, hence the title, The Indestructible Man. With his newfound life, Butcher Benton hunts down his former gang. That's his two bank-robbing associates, Joe and Squeamy, and also Paul, the crooked lawyer who set them up with the bank job that landed Butcher in prison. While all this is going on, a detective who happens to be named Dick, or Richard, so a private dick named Dick, is investigating, trying to find where Butcher has hidden the money he stole from the bank, and also manages to fall in love with a burlesque dancer who acted as Butcher's confidant prior to his execution. So far, we have a monster movie with the mute and indestructible murderer on the loose. We have a crime thriller with Butcher trying to get revenge on his associates who double-crossed him. And we have a bit of a romance going between our actual protagonist and lead, the square-jawed police, square-jawed detective, and the burlesque dancer. So in short, I wasn't too impressed with this movie. Like I said, it tries to do a couple different things and doesn't do any of them particularly well. While all the characters give passable, performances, the crooks are crooks, the cops are cops, and the mute monster is a mute monster. The blending of genres doesn't really mesh well, because the scenes with Paul and the two other bank robbers are all played very seriously, and the romance between Dick and Ava, which mostly takes place at a drive-in diner where they eat hamburgers and drink coffee, is also very nice, but it detracts from the main purpose of the movie, which is the monster and the performance from Lon Chaney Jr., which unfortunately is pretty lackluster. The pacing is pretty slow. Like, the monster Butcher just basically plods around and kind of like shakes and strangles people. Nothing super spectacular, and we don't get any real monster effects until the end of the film, after he's been hit with a bazooka and a flamethrower. Yeah, so overall, this movie having came out in 1956, it lacks the kind of nostalgic charm of like the Universal era movies, but also it lacks the kind of over-the-top special effects and the campiness that makes like movies from the 50s entertaining to go back and watch. So, if nothing I've said so far has piqued your interest about this movie, you can go ahead and skip this one. It's kind of a dud. That's going to be it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We're into the 40s now, so we're almost done with the classic horror series. And I'll let you know what's coming down the pipeline now that we're done with The Hills Have Eyes. The next film series I'm covering is the Terrifier series with Art the Clown. So I'm going to be covering All Hallows Eve as well as Terrifier. So look for that in the next couple weeks. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, hit that subscribe button for more, and I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you.